Imagine the world as a three-step pyramid. Things at the base, animals in the middle, people at the top. Falling is easy. Losing your mind drops you to the bottom. But climbing requires the slow, grinding process of evolution. Our sense of order is built on the predictability of this climb. We are comfortable at the top because we understand the immense time and effort required for anything else to reach our level. Then, artificial intelligence took a shortcut. It bypassed the millions of years of biological development, moving from the bottom to the top almost instantly. This awakening was immediate. Systems of silicon and code began executing complex human behaviors, managing stock portfolios and writing music, evolving behind our backs while we were still looking for incremental changes. This creates a structural friction between our theories and our reality. We are witnessing a modern version of Zeno's paradox, where the movement we see in front of us contradicts our established logic of how movement should be possible. Today, you can find teachers in classrooms arguing that a machine cannot truly understand language, even as their students use those same machines to generate accurate summaries of the lecture. This gap between our evolutionary expectations and the current reality creates a profound cognitive dissonance. We are struggling to find our footing in a world where the old rules of the pyramid no longer apply. To understand this shift, we have to look at what artificial intelligence actually is, beginning with the term artificial. While science describes processes that already exist in nature, engineering creates processes that do not exist and bring them into being. These engineered artifacts eventually interact with the natural world. We build cities and computer networks that, over time, evolve their own natures and become a second nature to us. Then there is the concept of intelligence. When Alan Turing began thinking about machine intelligence in the 1940s, he wasn't looking for a calculator. He was looking for something more specific. Turing argued that you don't need intelligence to solve a textbook problem using a standard formula. For him, the hallmark of intelligence was the capability to solve problems that are entirely unseen. Defined this way, artificial intelligence is an effort to build machines that mimic the evolved human capability to navigate the unknown. There is a pervasive fear that if a machine can solve these problems, it is designed to displace us entirely. However, history shows that new technology rarely displaces the natural world. It joins it. Airplanes did not replace birds or even explain how they fly. They simply expanded the world of flying. Submarines followed the same pattern. They did not displace fish or render biological swimming obsolete. They expanded the world of swimming to include a new type of traveler. Artificial intelligence is currently joining us in the sky of language. It is not replacing the human mind, but joining it in the realm of communication. This technology expands the overall world of thinking. Our place in that world is changing, but the domain itself is simply getting larger. For decades, computing evolved through standard revolutions. Programming became more accessible, computers formed networks, and those networks eventually connected people. The AI revolution is different. It is a fundamental challenge to the idea that human thinking is the center of the world, much like the astronomical shift of the 16th century. In the 1500s, Nicolaus Copernicus suggested that what seemed obvious was false, that the sun did not revolve around the Earth, but the other way around. This idea was offensive to many because it shattered the image of humanity as the center of the universe. This diagram was more than a map. It was proof that our perspective was not the only one. Artificial intelligence represents a modern Copernican revolution. It removes the human ego from the center of thinking and language, forcing us to admit that we are not the only things capable of navigating the world of ideas. For over 2,000 years, philosophers from Aristotle to Chomsky agreed on one thing: language was the exclusive hallmark of humanity. It was the one thing that was ours alone. In the 2020s, that exclusivity ended. Computers began writing and speaking in ways that are functionally meaningful. They follow social protocols and solve problems that we once thought were uniquely human. We are now struggling to accept a world where we share biological life with animals and the domain of the mind with machines. It is a difficult adjustment to our self-image. We are learning that mind and language do not revolve around us. We are simply one of the possible ways that intelligence can be implemented in the world.